So the main thing is to understand the power of love. Power of love is the highest and the greatest. And if you can manage somehow or other to give up your anger, give up your greed and also your ego, if you can do that, you can be in Sahasrara. Now just see the spot of ego. It stops your ascent further. At ego only people get lost. Because at ego only they move to the left or to the right, and they can go to the too much of right side or can go up to the left side. They can go to any extreme of these two. So first of all, we have to correct our ego. For this ego, what should we do? For this ego, we should watch ourselves and laugh at ourselves. What ego do we have of what? We are human beings, now have become divine. And with divine within us, with this light within us, we have to understand that we are a part and parcel of the divine, just a drop in the ocean of love. If you can reduce your ego, if you can bring it to the actual sense of your being, then it will work out better. I find it in the West, this ego is very strong, very, very strong. And whatever they do wrong, they think is correct. Because ego can support you in every way. While on the contrary, those people who are developing, the countries who are not yet developed, there the problem is not of ego but of superego. That can be corrected. But ego is your own enemy created by you. So you have to fight it and see for yourself from where it is coming.
This ego started destroying people, and they had an idea for triumph and killing people, occupying lands, occupying territories, accumulating wealth, went on and on and on and on this level. Then from there they started, when the marriage system started in a proper way, again the aggression started on the women, and now the women are aggressing men, like that. It's all became so aggressive. But when you aggress, you don't see that you are aggressing. This is the problem of the egoistical person. Though he may be a seeker, though he may be a very genuine seeker, but if he is in the area of ego, he never feels his own catches, because the ego is in between, the reality in himself. So he cannot see his own catches. He cannot see how he is aggressing others. And he doesn't see how he's hurting others, troubling others, torturing others. And such a person can be extremely arrogant, extremely, strangulating. When you find a Sahajogi behaves in a funny way, that if he's breaking from the collectivity, then he is nothing but an egoist. No doubt about it. By any argument, by anything. But a person who is a superego fellow will stick on to the collectivity. Will try to be very close to the ashram, will be very close to us, very much here, around it. Even if you said we don't want to, it will be there. Why? Because it realizes that it is aggressed, and also it realizes that it can be sly. So when a left-sided person enters into an ashram, that person would be very nice, quiet, sweet, everything. But the entities, the bhoots in him, will aggress the people slyly. They'll torture it. But those people can be cured very easily because they are troubled and tortured themselves. But those who are egoistical, will be very difficult for them to get out of.
To understand ego, you must see what do you plan about your life. It's very easy. What are your plans about future life? To understand your superego, you must know what affects you very much. what makes you very unhappy. Or you can say what makes you more happy and what makes you more unhappy. Both things, happiness and unhappiness, are the shadows of these two trees. One is ego and another is super ego. Just watch yourself. What makes you very happy? Good clothes, good living, or when your name appears in Who's Who, or all such nonsensical things which makes you laugh, you see, all that. You just see that. What makes you unhappy? When, some sort of a heartbreak and this and that, you see, all this kind of a nonsense. Both things are not yourself. They are just outside. So what is inside, if you have to find out, first the outside must be taken away. If you have to taste the fruit, you take out the outside, you peel it out. In the same way, this must be peeled out.
I can't understand a saint having an ego. Just can't understand. It's so stupid to have ego. It's a kind of a domination. If slightest things are wrong, you get angry. If somebody says something, you get angry. That means your power of love and compassion is still not full. You can, of course, correct people when they have to be corrected. But for that, you should have this power within yourself. The person should know that you are correcting that person because you love that person. Not for selfishness, not for any gain. But this ego is a very big problem, and that comes up by, I should say, not only ignorance, but stupid ideas about yourself. If you think you are something great already, then what can you do? Ego makes you very arrogant, horrible. But if you are humble, really, not to just to have the humility of a businessman, but if you are humble from within yourself, from your heart, enjoying your humility, then this ego can run away. You have to ask yourself, now what are you angry for? Again I come back to the same point, introspection. Because you are not here just to carry on some jobs, but you are here to become saints